Good morning, all of you. I hope all of you are doing well. Yes, good morning. Yes, good morning, everyone. So, student, last time we have covered the thing like what are the applications of digital electronics, what are the advantages and disadvantages of digital electronics, how to convert an analog signal into the digital one, and what kind of different processes include in the same, and what are the different aspects of the digital electronics and why we are going to study that subject. So in last two lectures we are getting all these things in very well non-detail. So now I'm going to start with the number system. The number system is one of the most important part of the digital electronics, because everything is going to be deal with the number system in digital electronics. Okay, so let me explain you one by one what is the number system, how it can be it was introduced in the world, and what are the different kind of things related to the same. So we are having the certain outcomes, you already aware about the same. So first of all, what is the number system? What digit you have to include in the number system? So in mathematics you are generally going to read the number system like decimal number system, where you are going to read from 0 to 9, and whenever you are going to move from 0 to 9, like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and after 9 what you have to do? After 9 you are going to use these 10 digits 0 to 9, like for 10 you are going to mention 1 0, for 11 you have to going to 1 1, for 99 you are going to use 9 9, then for 100 you are going to use 1 0 0. Okay, and for like thousands, what to do? For thousand you are going to include one more digit over there. So that is generally called the decimal number system. That is generally called the decimal number system. Okay, so how basically the decimal system evolves? Any random idea from your side, students, that how this kind of system evolves? So maybe it evolves because human have the 10 fingers. Okay, so they have think like uh, we have to create a system to count something. Okay, so they have to start that human are having the 10 fingers, so they are going to introduce some 10 numbers. Okay, so they have started from 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so they have think again what to do next. So they are going to use these kind of 0 to 9 number in repetition. Okay, like by addition of more digits, like up to 9 it is okay. Okay, whenever you are including 10, they are including one more bit, and they are going to repeat this thing at that place. Okay, so after that, Roman number systems are also very much popular. Okay, that may evolve to make easy to look and feel like pre and post concepts. So suppose how to write the 5 in Roman, this one, like this. Okay, so certain kind of concepts are there, like 5 minus 1 is 4, 5 plus 1 is 6. So how to write the same? So they are having the V something like this, that is equivalent to 5. So if you are going to put some this, so that is going to be 4. If you are going to put something like this after 5, so that is going to be 6. So maybe these kind of system maybe evolve using these kind of concepts. I hope you are getting my point. Okay, like normal decimal system due to the 10 fingers, the Roman system, like maybe you are writing 5, something like this, how to write 4. You have to just place this thing before that symbol V, or when you are making that symbol after V, that is 6. Okay, so something like this. So I'm trying to correlate and trying to make it easy for you that how these kind of system may evolve. Okay, so other kind of number systems are also there. So these are the very common number system like decimal or Roman number system, which you have studied during your up to 12th class. Okay, and maybe in the first year in the mathematics. So binary systems, other number systems are like binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system. So we are going to deal with them one by one in detail. So let me go to the next slide. Okay, so as you know, the decimal thing could be written something like this: 1 0 6 3 0 7 9 and any number. So we are having the least significant digit here, which is 9, and the most significant digit is 1, this one. Okay, so similar kind of concept is going to use for the binary number system. Okay, so what is binary? In binary number system, you are going to deal with ones and zeros, ones and zeros, ones and zero, nothing else. Okay, if you are having single bit number, it could be covered 2 cases, 0 1. If you are having two numbers, two bits, so it will cover 4 cases, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, and like 0 2 3. So when you want to go for some bigger number, you increase the number of bits. You need to increase the number of bits. Okay, you are going to increase the number of bits. Similar concept as we have adopted in decimal system. Similarly to the similar to the decimal number system, you can see this one is the least significant digit. So this one is the least significant digit, similar to the decimal number system. Okay, and this one is the most significant digit. This one is the most significant digit, similar to the decimal number system. Okay, so you should know whenever question asked to you like what is the minimum, what is the least significant digit in decimal number system or binary number system, what is the most significant digit in binary number system or decimal number system, so you should know about the same. Okay, is it clear? Yes, student, is it clear? So that I will move to the next slide. Done up to that point? Okay, fine. So let me go to the next slide. So decimal number system, every number system is having some base. Okay, whenever you are going to write a number in decimal like 978. So how would I know that it is a decimal number system? So we are generally going to use the base. So here we are going to use the 10. Okay, we are going to use the 10. So because we are having total 10 numbers in decimal system like 0 to 9. Okay, and if we are going to deal with the binary like 1 0 1 0, in general, if you are going to show that number to anybody, he or she will says to you that it is 1010 in general sense, because by default the number system is decimal number system, but in convenient way we are going to write the 10 at the base for representing the decimal number system. But whenever we are going to deal with the binary, we have to make sure that we are going to use the base 2, because here we are going to deal with the number which is binary number, which could be covered with only ones and zeros. So two kind of things are there to cover that number, so we are going to use the 2 in the base. So base is very important. For the octal number system, we are going to use the base 8, and for hexadecimal number system, some number is there, we are going to use the 16 at the base. We are going to use the 16 at the base. Yes, is it clear? Base is clear to you, I hope so. Okay. So let me move to the next point. So it uses the positional representations, each digit corresponding to the power of 10 based on its position in the numbers. So the power of 10 increment from 0, 1 to etc. as you have to move from right to left. So suppose you are having the number like 1479. Suppose you are having the number 1479. So how to write that number? How to write that number? Firstly, 9 into 10 raised to power 0. Then you have to write 7 into 10 raised to power 1. Then you have to write 4 into 10 raised to power 2. And then 1 into 10 raised to power 3. What will be the result? This one is 1000 plus 400 plus 70 plus 9, and if you are going to add up all these, you will get 1479. So this is the positional representation where you are going to divide the complete number in 10 raised to powers, but with 10 raised to power as a multiplication factor. So for first one, you are going to use 10 raised to power 0 as a multiplication factor. For this one, 10 raised to power 1. For this one, 10 raised to power 2. And for this one, 10 raised to power 3. So same kind of concept could be implemented in other number system. So everything is going to be related from the decimal number system. Okay. Is it clear, beta? So that I will move to the next slide. Okay. So let me move to the next slide. So in binary, as I have already told you, base is the 2. Okay. And here we are having 2 digit like 0, 1. To make the binary number more readable, the digits are often put in the group of 4. Okay. So I will tell you when we are going to write it in the group of 4, when we need to write it in the group of 3, I will tell you, but for the sake of simplicity, we have written it in the group of 4. And if you never need to remember, it is no problem, not a big problem for us. Okay, so suppose this is your binary number. So let me put it the base here like 2. So similar to the decimal number system, the first factor is going to be multiplied with 2 raised to power 0, because here base is the 2. Base is the 2. So this one is going to be multiplied with the 2 raised to power 0. Next, this one is going to be multiplied with 1, 2 raised to power 1. Next factor will be going to multiply with 0 into 2 raised to power 2. This one is the multiplication factor. Next one will be multiplying with the 2 raised to power 3. Okay, so what is this number? This number is equal to, you could see here, this one is 0. Okay, this one is equal to 2. This one is again 0. This one is equal to 8. So if you are going to add these numbers, what you are getting, 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. Okay, 8 is equal to 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. So generally what we are going to write, like here you have to write 1 directly. Here you are going to write 2. Here you are going to write 4. Here you are going to write 8. Next you are going to write 16. Next you are going to write 32. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024. It is up to you that how much bit you want to include in that number and what is the question basically asked to you. Okay, so whenever you need, you never, whenever somebody asks you what is this number, so you have to tell them that this number is equal to 10. Okay, just multiplying it with 1, just multiplying with 2, just multiplying with 4, just multiplying with 8, and after addition you will get that number, like 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. Simple, very simple. Okay, so next number is this one. So how to do with the same? This one is 2 raised to power 0. We never need to include this number, because 0 is going to multiply with any number, it will be 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3. This one is going to be multiplied with 3, 2 raised to power 3. First number is 2 raised to power 0. Next number is 2 raised to power 3. Then 4, 5. No need to include. 6. Then we are going to include 2 raised to power 6 and 2 raised to power 7. Okay, and finally add them, you will get that number, 2 raised to power 7 plus 2 raised to power 6 plus 2 raised to power 3 and 2 raised to power 0 is equal to 1. I hope you are getting my point. So this is your binary number system. Clear, beta? Okay, whatever value you are getting, it's fine for me. You have to cross check the same, that whether it is a 201 or something else, that whether it is a 201 or something else. Okay, so let me move to the next slide. So how to encode numbers, the binary numbers? How to encode the number, the binary numbers? So working with the binary numbers in base 10 help to know the power of 10, that is 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. Okay, because we are going to multiply with 10 raised to power 0, then 10 raised to power 1, then 10 raised to power 2, then 10 raised to power 3 in the decimal system. So we have also written it as a 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on. So I have written that thing only in that manner. So there are different ways to write the same thing. Okay, or you may write the same thing in a number of ways. Okay, and meaning is same, just the way to represent. So in base 2, help to know the power of 2's, like 2 raised to power 0 is 1, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 2 raised to power 2 is 4, 2 raised to power 3 is 8, then 16, 32, 64 and so on. Okay, so everything whatever is given to you as a decimal number, you have to go in that manner, like 2 raised to power 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So you could see the number is 1, like 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. So if a number is given to you at these positions, so multiplying these numbers with this factor and you will get the result, like 1 plus 2. So we need to include this factor, because here we are having the ones. No need to use that factor. Here you have to include that factor. No need to use this. Include this. No need to use this. Include this. No need to use this. Include this. And then you have to add them. The tick marks. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. And this one. You will get the number. Okay, you will get the number. I hope so you are getting my point. I have just taken the random numbers. Okay, you could take any of the example, whatever you want. So let me move to the next slide, beta. Similarly, we are having the other number systems like octal. So till time we have discussed about the decimal number system with base 10, binary number system with base 2. So now we are going to deal with the octal number system. So whatever number is given to you, in the bracket here, you have to represent the base with 8. You have to represent the base with 8. So you can see the octal number systems are much more shorter and easier to read than the binary. So let me show you how. So you could see here in decimal number system we are going from 0 to 9. Okay, after 9 we have to increase one more digit over here, like 10. Then we are going to discuss if you need to include the number after 99, we are going to increase one more digit over there. Okay, we are going to increase one more digit over there. And in the binary, we are having the only zeros and ones combination. Whenever we need to increase the number, like single bit will cover only two number. If you need to include something more, you need to include the more bits, similar to the decimal number system. So here we are having the 8 digit in the octal number system, and these digits are going from 0 to 7. And you have to remember, in the octal number system, your base will be 8. Okay, your base will be 8. Okay, like in the binary number system, your base will be 2, and in the decimal number system, your base will be 10. Okay, so in octal number system, your base will be 8. Okay, so let me show you one of the example. Just wait. So this is the example, like 136 to the base 8. 136 to the base 8. So how to represent that number? So firstly, you have to multiply this factor with 8 raised to power 0, this factor with 8 raised to power 1, this factor with 8 raised to power 2. Okay, so you have to see here 6 into 8 raised to power 0, 3 into 8 raised to power 1, 1 into 8 raised to power 2. So you can see we are going to adopt the same methodology what we have taken for the decimal number system. You just need to compare each and everything. Okay, so firstly we have taken the decimal number system, then we are going to take the binary number system, then we are going to take the octal number system. Okay, and we are going to adopt the same methodology for any kind of explanation. Okay, like least significant digit, most significant digit. When you are going to increase the number, you are increasing the number of bits. So you could see here 6 into 8 raised to power 0, 3 into 8 raised to power 1, 1 into 8 raised to power 2. The complete number is 9410. So this one is the decimal number. Okay, so 9410 is basically in decimal, which will be equal to 136. It is 94. It is 94. So it is just the base. It is just base. It is 94 to the base 10. It is 94 to the base 10. Okay, it is 94 to the base 10. Okay, I hope you are getting. So 64 plus 24. Okay, 64 plus 24 plus 6, which will be equal to 94 to the base 10. So 94 to the base 10 would be represented in as a 136 to the base 8. I will show you how to convert one number to the other. So for the sake of simplicity, today we are just going to discuss the number system. That's it, nothing else. Okay, in the next lecture we are definitely going to deal with the how to convert, or maybe something introduction kind of thing we are going to cover, that how to convert the number from one number system to the other. So this is 136 to the base 8. This is equal to the 94 to the base 6. So to the base 10. So these both are the same statement. These both are the same statement. Okay. So how to write this number, or you may say this number, in binary? How to write it in binary? So you could see we are having more and more number of bits. We are having more and more number of bits in the binary number system. So you could see the larger number of bits are required to represent the array, and we required lesser number of bits to represent the same in the octal number system. So you could see it is shorter and easier to read than the binary number. It is shorter and easier to read in the octal system as compared to the binary system. Is it clear, beta? So that I will move to the next slide. Done? Okay. So next is the hexadecimal number system. What is hexadecimal number system? In hexadecimal number system, your base will be 16. Okay. It is much more shorter and easier to read than binary. I will tell you how. So here we are having the 16 digit. In the decimal system we are having 10, like 0 to 9. In binary we are going to deal with only ones and zeros. In octal number system we are going to deal from 0 to 7. In hexadecimal we are going to deal from 0 to 16. But after 9, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, next number is going to be write it as a, that is 10. B, the 11 could be represented as a B. This one is the 12. And this one is the 13. This one is the 14. Sorry. This one is the 14. And finally this one is the 15. So 0 to 15, total 16 digit we are going to cover. And please remember that after 9, the 10 could be represented as a, 11 could be represented as a B, 12 could be represented as a C, and 13 could be represented as a D, 14 could be represented as a E, and 15 could be represented as a F. Okay, so like this number is given to you, 123. So let me rub it. So this is 123 to the base 16. So what is this number in decimal? So 3 could be multiplying with 16 raised to power 0. 2 could be multiplying with 16 raised to power 1. Your 1 could be multiplying with 16 raised to power 2. So this is 256 plus 32 plus 3. This one. So this number is 291 in decimal number. So 291 in decimal is equal to 123 in hexadecimal. And you can see if you want to write 123 in the binary number system, so you required how many bits? You can see 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So at least 7 bits are required. I hope so. 7-8 bits are required to make sure that how to write the 123. Okay, 7, 8, 9 bits. I hope so. I don't think 9 bits are required, beta. 123 na 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 64 के बाद आता है 128. So I think 7 bits are more than enough to write the 123. Okay. But here the number is 291, na? 291. Yes, 291. So 128, 256. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. Yes, I think 9 bits are required because number is, we need to write the decimal number in the binary one, na? Yes, we required the at least 9 bits. At least 9 bit to represent the same number. Okay, to represent the same number. So you could see when we are going to move from binary to octal, we required lesser number of bits, and whenever we are going to move from further toward the hexadecimal, we required much more lesser number of bits. Okay, so we required lesser number of bits. I hope so you are getting the concept. So let me move to the next slide. So you can see I have just compare all these things like decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, and hexadecimal system, and we are just going to count the same. Like in the binary 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 16. How to write them in binary? So these all are the zeros, then only first bit is 1, then second bit is 1, then first 2 bits are 1, third bit is 1. So this combination could be used to represent up to this number. Okay, and octal number system like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 7 it is fine because we are having only 0 to 7 number, total 8 digits are available in octal number system. So what have to write after 7? So 8 could be again used as a 10. We are going to increase the number of bits and we are going to use the same available number repeatedly in some specific manner. Like 8 could be represented as a 10, 9 could be represented as a 11. Okay, the 10 could be represented as a 12, 11, 13. So same kind of principle could be adopted up to 15. Then we are going to increase the most significant digit here. So after 1 we are going to deal with the 2. So again this list significant digit is going to be increasing, like 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and so on. Okay, in hexadecimal number system, total 16 digits are available within us, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay, after 9, the 10 could be written as A, then B, C, D, E, F. Up to 15, that's fine. So what to write to the 16? What to write to the 16 in hexadecimal? So we are going to use the same principle as we are going to use for the decimal, binary, octal and other kind of number system, as already explained to you. So next we are going to use 10. Okay, here we have taken the 1 as a MSB and we are going to change the value of the LSB. Okay, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4 up to 1, 9, then 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F. After that 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2 up to 2F. Okay, finally then 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2. So that process could be go up to FF. After FF you again have to start 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So that kind of methodology could be adopted for the bigger numbers. Is it clear, students? That's fine. I hope so you are getting my point, what I'm trying to say. Okay, thank you. So let me move to the next slide. Just wait. Okay, thank you, beta. Thank you. So next is the fractional number. So what you understand with the fractional number? So generally a picture comes into your mind, something like point. Okay, like in general decimal number you are going to write like 257.312. So that point always comes into your mind, whenever we are going to discuss the term like fractional number. Okay, so this point or this dot will comes into the picture. So decimal point for the decimal number system, binary point for the binary number system, hexadecimal point for the hexadecimal system. Okay, so for the decimal number system, like we have taken that number 247.75. So how to represent that number? You always you already knows that 247 could be written as 7 into 10 raised to power 0, 4 into 10 raised to power 1, 2 into 10 raised to power 2. So what to write to the 75, which is on the right side of that point? So that could be written as 7 into 10 raised to power, this one is the minus 1. Okay, 7 into 10 raised to power minus 1. This is the multiplying factor with after that point on the right hand side, and this one is 10 raised to power minus 2. So you could see 5 into 10 raised to power minus 2. Similarly, for the binary number system, you can adopt number something like this. So here this is clear to you, 0 into 2 raised to power 0 this case, 1 into 2 raised to power 1 this case, and what to write to the right hand side of that point, this side. So 1 into 2 raised to power minus 1, then 0 into 2 raised to power minus 2, and then 1 into 2 raised to power minus 3. So this factor is going to multiplying with 2 raised to power minus 1. This factor is going to multiply 2 raised to power minus 2. This factor is going to multiply with 2 raised to power minus 3. Add them, you will get the number in the decimal number system. For the hexadecimal number system, same kind of methodology could be adopted to represent the number, like 6a.7d. So a is basically 10. So 10 is going to multiply with 16 raised to power 0. 6 is going to multiply with 16 raised to power 1. And on the right side of that point, 7 is going to multiply with 16 raised to power minus 1. And d is basically your 13. So 13, this one is the 13th. So 13 could be multiplying with the 16 raised to power minus 2. So are you getting fractional number? Yes, students. Is it done? Fine. Thank you. Okay, so let me move to the next slide. Okay, so we could also able to convert the number to and from the decimal. Okay, like we are having the decimal number system, we are having the octal number system, binary number system, hexadecimal number system. So whenever required, you could convert the decimal into the binary. Okay, and whenever you required, you could also convert the binary into decimal. Similarly, whenever required, you could convert the number from decimal to the octal and vice versa, like octal to the decimal. Similar process could be also performed with the hexadecimal number. So you could, if you want, you could convert the number from decimal to the hexadecimal and then hexadecimal to the binary. So that is the one thing. Otherwise, you could also convert you could also do the conversion between these numbers. Okay, you could also do the conversion between these numbers. So any combination is possible. Whenever you require to convert decimal to any other to decimal, octal to binary, binary to hex, hex to octal, binary to octal, whatever you want, that could be done. Okay, so some specific kind of methodology could be adopted to do the same. Okay, so for the conversion from any other number system to the decimal, we are going to use the weighted multiplication. We are going to use the weighted multiplication that we have already done. Any other system, number system to the decimal, we are going to perform the weighted multiplication. Let me show you once again, which we have adopted. So you could see this is your binary, and with the help of this methodology, we are going to convert this number into the decimal one. So one conversion has been done. Next, octal number, octal to the decimal, that is 94, done. That is hexadecimal number system, hexadecimal to the decimal, done. So if you want to take the fractional number system, that could also be done with the help of same methodology, done. So you can see now you are able to convert the number from any other number system to the decimal number system by taking only multiplication methodology, weighted multiplication. So whenever you need to convert any other number system to the decimal, you have to use that methodology. Just keep it in your mind that what is the number system you need to convert. Like binary to the decimal, the base is 2. Octal to the decimal, base is 8. Hexadecimal to the binary, base is 16. So multiplying factor is 2 raised to power something in binary. In octal, 8 raised to power something. In hexadecimal, 16 raised to power something. So please ensure that thing. Okay. And whenever we need to convert from decimal to the octal, the successive division could be performed. Similar methodology could be performed in binary number system from decimal 1, and successive division could be done from decimal to the hexadecimal. I will take the examples also to convert the same. I will also take some examples to convert the same. So let me move to the next slide. Decimal to binary, that is done beta, that is already explained to you. That is already done. So if you want, you could read them. Otherwise, I have already covered that thing for you. Like in decimal number system, base is 10. In binary number system, base is 2. So divide the decimal number by 2. The remainder is the LSB of the binary number system. Okay, I will take the example of the same. If the quotation is 0, the conversion is incomplete. Otherwise, repeat the process using the quotation as the decimal number. I will take the example. It will make it clear to you. It's not a big deal for us. So new remainder is the next most significant digit of the binary number. So whenever you need to convert from base 2 to base 10, that is binary to decimal, you have to multiply each bit of the binary number by its corresponding bit. Weighted factor is like 2 raised to power 0, 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2. That is the multiplication methodology. So sum up all the products in these steps to get the decimal number system. We have already done that thing. Okay, so decimal to binary subtraction method. So it is good for human. Get the binary weight to add up the decimal quantity. Work from left to right, and right to left may fill in ones that shouldn't have been there. Try it. So let me show you. So if you need to go for 12, how to write it in the binary? So different kind of methodology. It is a very small number, so not a big deal for you. But let me tell you, like 2 raised to power 0 is 1, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, then 4, 8, 16, 32. So you have checked that, you just put 1 here. So you could see it is a 32. It is too much than 12. Then you have put it here 0. Then you have put 1 here. You will get the 16. This is too much. So it is again bigger than 12. What kind of methodology you are adopted? Here you are again putting 0. Okay. So next you are taking the 8. So okay, keeps going on because this number is lesser than 12. So add few more ones to the lesser number or lesser bit. Okay. So this is 0, 0. This is 1, that is fine. So next here we have included 1. Okay. Sum is 8 plus 4, 10. Sorry, 8 plus 4, 12. That's done. So these are 0, these are 1s with number is equal to 12, and the other 2 bits is going to be write it as a 0, 0. Okay, so that is a way to explain the same, but you are already in the engineering, so you are already enough knowledge to understand that kind of thing. I hope so you are getting my point. Is it okay? So that is a way to explain the concept only, nothing else. Okay. So the decimal to the binary, you could see the decimal to the binary division method. So good for the computer, divide decimal number by 2 and insert the remainder into the new binary number. Continue dividing the quotient by 2 until the quotient is 0. So you could see, if you are having the number 12, you want to convert it into the binary number. So decimal to binary, how to do the same? So 12 is going to be divided with 2. Quotient is equal to 6, remainder is equal to 0. 6, this quotient is taking here, again divide with 2, you will get 3 as a quotient and 0 as a remainder. Again you have taken the 3 here, you will get quotient 1, remainder 1. You will take 1 here, divide it with 2 quotient to 0, remainder 1. That's done. So this is your MSB. You have to move from this point to this point. You will get your LSB here. So number is 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0. So this is a division method. This is a division method to perform the same. You could also do something like this. Let me show you again. Like 12, you have to write it here. 2 6 0 2 3 0 2 1 1 2 0 1, and you have to move from that side to that side. So 1 1 0 0 in binary. How, let me take that question, how MSB plays role in the sign of the decimal number. डेसिमल नंबर में नहीं होगा बेटा, डेसिमल नंबर में नहीं साइन होगा. दैट कुड बी डन इन द बाइनरी नंबर सिस्टम. ओके, अगर मैं नंबर लिख रहा हूँ 1 2 3 5 इन डेसिमल, तो इसमें तो कोई वो दिक्कत नहीं है. दैट इज फाइन, दैट इज फाइन. सो इट इज अ 1 2 3 5. If you want to represent negative number, you have to use that sign -1 in the decimal number system. In the binary or other number system, I will tell you how to do the same. Okay, so that's it up to today. So thank you very much for the lecture. Okay, beta, binary next time we have to take that thing. Okay, so lecture is already done. So next time I will take that problem. Okay, so thank you very much all of you. Thank you.